welcome everyone to the Grady Bunch. I'm Michael.
I'm Kaylee.
And together with our three beautiful children, we make up
the Grady Bunch.
Now, if you're just now joining us, we're in the middle of a series on the top 10 things you cannot miss at each Walt Disney World park. Now, we've already done Magic Kingdom and Epcot, and today we're doing Animal Kingdom, which I'm looking forward to this one because this is on our next trip. This is where we're starting our trip at.
Yes.
So I'm very excited about that. So what's going on is Kaylee has her top 5. I have my top 5 things you cannot miss in Animal Kingdom. We're putting them together. Hopefully we don't have any of them match up because then somebody's got to do a bonus round.
Bum-bum.
Bonus round. So if you haven't seen the other videos, go back, watch those. Give us your pointers on all of those. We'll read every single comment. But to get us started in Animal Kingdom, what would be your number 5 thing that someone cannot miss in Animal Kingdom?
The Finding Nemo show.
Why is that?
I mean, well, first off, I just love musicals in general. But one really cool thing about the Finding Nemo show is the show kind of comes out to you. Mm-hmm. Like, there are cast members who are dressed up and they come out on the stairs beside you, and the performers are all phenomenal. They're great singers, they're great actors, actresses. Mm-hmm. It's just a fun experience, especially if you have a little one who loves Finding Nemo, like we do.
Yes. Yeah. I like that option. Number 5 for me kind of comes on the heels of the Destination D23 announcement about a possible future retheming of a land inside of Animal Kingdom, which is Dino Land. Mm-hmm. I like Dino Land because it reminds me of going to the fair as a kid. Mm-hmm. All the fair style games, all the amusement park style games. So I would say before they retheme it, go walk around Dino Land, go do all of the games, and go experience a dinosaur before it changes, because more than likely it'll end up as Indiana Jones. That's the thought. And
Dino Land will become Encanto.
Yes, it'll kind of look at more of, animal themes type stuff. So
I am kind of excited about Encanto, though. Like, our son is going to love it.
Yeah, he loves Encanto, and so he'll like that. But before it changes, number 5, you have to experience Dino Land at least once.
Right.
So, yeah. So
my number 4 is get a henna tattoo. Ooh, scandalous. No, but I mean, if you've never gotten a henna tattoo, they're just really fun. Especially if you go to Animal Kingdom like early on in your trip, it's going to last your whole trip. Mm-hmm. It's not permanent, but it's just fun to experience. If you never experienced a henna tattoo, they smell kind of funny to me, but especially before I was 18, I thought it was really cool that I could get a henna tattoo.
So that's
the ladies or gentlemen who do it are always so talented, and you get to pick out what you want. Mm-hmm. And so they have like so many symbols that represent certain things like love, happiness. And then of course they have your Disney things like Mickey heads and stuff like that.
Great choice.
Thank you.
So my number 4 would be the animal trails. Mm-hmm. So getting to see the tigers and the gorillas and all that stuff. That's what makes Animal Kingdom great, is Walt wanted to have a place where real life animals would be able to be right there in front of us. And so to be able to walk through those trails and be that close to animals, and it doesn't feel like a zoo, it doesn't feel like that.
Right.
Because the animals are not in these small enclosures. Mm-hmm. They have a ton of space that they get to be healthy and get to run around and do everything. And so
they're very well taken care of.
Yes,
too.
Absolutely.
And they're very loved.
Yes. They're very well loved from the caretakers and everybody, the cast members that take care of them. And so that would be my number 4, is go walk around Animal Kingdom and just walk through the trails and see animals that you haven't seen, probably since you were a kid. When last time you went to the zoo, and then some animals that you have never seen before. Mm-hmm. take advantage of it. Now, number 3.
Number 3, I'm going to say the animation experience. And especially if you have any artistic people in your family, basically what they do is you get to go sit down with an animator and they teach you how to draw a character. So now that it's an Animal Kingdom, it's usually it's usually an animal that they teach you how to draw from several different Disney movies. But they give you step by step, and I am not great at drawing, but it's amazing how easy they make it for you.
Right. And then on top of that, you get to ride the train to get over there.
Yes. It's just fun learning the way that these characters were drawn. And not only gives you a little insight of like how much time it takes to, I know nowadays a lot of things are on computers, but especially back in the day, how long it took animators to draw these characters.
Yeah, that's a great experience. If you've never done it, do it. If you've done it once, do it again.
Usually you'll get different characters.
Yes.
If you keep going at different times, you'll get different characters. So you might not get the same twice. Right. I don't think I've ever gotten the same twice.
Yeah. So my number 3, this might be a little controversial to have it this, I'm going to say low on the list, but it's going to be Everest. It's a thrill ride. It's a ton of fun. And now we have, the disco Yeti instead of the moving Yeti, but that's okay. It's still a fun ride. The first time we ride it with somebody, you come to the end of the tracks and you just kind of look at them and you just kind of give them that look like, next? oh no, where do we go from here? And so it's a fun ride. It's a thrill ride. And not only that, but the queue. One of the greatest things about Disney in general is the queue lines, because they take so much detail into those lines that as you're walking through the queue, especially if you're not doing the Lightning Lane or the Genie Plus, you're not doing the Lightning Lane on it, you're just doing standby, you get to walk through and see all of this gear that is legitimate hiking gear of people that went to Everest. So I love that theming. The queue on is incredible. The ride is so much fun. And Disco Yeti. So number 3, again, might be controversial having it that low on the list. But number 2 for you would be what?
I would say walking around Pandora at night. Pandora is already really cool. It took a lot of math that I am not good at to figure out how to make rocks float. Whenever you go into Pandora, it looks like there's these, what am I trying to say?
Just you're talking about the floating hills?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's really cool during the day, but at night, everything is bright and neon colors, and it's just really cool. I think they pipe in sounds that are really relaxing too, like different animals, like birds chirping, and it's just so pretty. And you think neon colors and relaxing sounds don't really go, but they do.
They definitely do. And I think it was our honeymoon trip that's where we ended the night.
Yes.
Was in Pandora. And just to see all of that, it was incredible. The Imagineers
it's really beautiful.
Yeah, the Imagineers are magicians. Absolutely, physics magicians. And I am amazed every time. I really do. Every time we look at them, I'm like, no, I think I can tell how that's sitting there. But then I'm like, there's no way that is just hanging there on its own. And so the floating mountains. I like that choice. My number 2 would actually be the Kilimanjaro Safari. Again, going in kind of with that nature trail, but you also have the guides that are talking to you about these animals, giving you backstories, telling you all kinds of things about them, and it is what makes the edutainment. It's a beautiful thing, and just seeing how the animals are broken up into the areas that fit their needs, and they're separated so that they don't just eat each other. It's great. It's cool. So that's my number 2. What would be your
number 1?
top thing.
You have to do, the number one thing you have to do when you go to Animal Kingdom is the Festival of the Lion King. You don't even have to be a Lion King lover. You don't have to love the movie to love the show. There is so much talent that goes into the show. I can't imagine how often they practice.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you have, like, amazing singers. You have acrobats. You have dancers. You have a guy lighting a stick on fire and twirling it in the air.
You have people on stilts that are massive, like huge stilts. You have...
Yes.
It's awesome.
It's amazing. You have monkeys doing acrobats.
Yes.
Acrobatics.
And and then I just kind of piggyback on that, like you were saying, I think there's been multiple times where we go to it and the people singing were like, I think you were singing the last time. And like you just notice.
But not like in a disappointing way. Like
no, like it just brings back all those memories from the last trip. And
especially in the end when they sing Circle of Life.
Yes.
Goosebumps. And I don't want it to end. I just want to be there. I want it to be an hour and a half show. I'm sure that they are thankful it's not an hour and a half show, but
yeah,
it's so fun. There's so much talent, so much work that is put into that show. Highly, 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 highly recommend that you do that.
And do it on the following trip, and on the following trip, and the following trip.
We do it every single time we go to Animal Kingdom.
Yes, we will do it every single time. So
that is when we go to Animal Kingdom. It's like, I don't care what else we do. We are doing this.
Yeah, we have to do Festival of Lion King, and there are no objections.
And eat bao buns. Like, those are two things that I'm like, we have to do.
Yeah, the cheeseburger pods.
Yes,
cheeseburger pods are amazing. And again, not on this list, but I'm ready for that list.
It in there.
I know, you have to. So my number one thing that you have to do that you cannot miss.
Oh, I already put the number one thing for anything, so you might as well not say it.
So my thought is something that you indulged me on our honeymoon trip is Flight of Passage. Yeah. You cannot miss Flight of Passage. Again, when you look into what the Imagineers went into for that ride, it is like soaring on steroids.
Right.
And just to feel the Banshee breathing underneath you, to feel just the wind in your face, and you feel like you're in the movie, flying through everything. It's incredible in my opinion. So I say you have to do Flight of Passage. That's the number one thing in my opinion that you cannot miss. You highly disagree with that. You're like, yeah, I can do it once and I'll move on.
I think you could do it once and be good. It was cool.
But you're not
I'm not a thrill ride person, so
yeah.
I'm glad I did it once.
So that is our top 10 things you cannot miss in Walt Disney World's Animal Kingdom. You know, I'm sure that we missed some things that people love. If you have your things that you want to add to that list, please drop them in the comments below. We'd love to see those. We love to hear what other people say.
See if anybody can beat our number one.
I doubt it.
I don't think so. But
I don't think so.
Somebody could surprise us.
Yes. And if you haven't checked out the other videos in this series, make sure you go click over to those, check those out. Be waiting for the other ones that are coming.
Next is Hollywood Studios.
So until then, see you real soon.
Bye.
Bye.